Welcome to Changing the Narrative with Red.
And Stace.
And we're here to share our lives and our journey moving to South Africa. Today, we have a very special guest. Asha means life. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you inviting me to your platform.
You are very, very welcome. Stacey, did you have a little something you wanted to say?
Yes. I want to thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and supporting us. We really appreciate it. I know we all look a little nerdy today because our glasses, but today is a little extra important. And so I decided to wear my glasses and a nice shirt. But anyway, thank you guys. And let's do this.
All right.
Yeah, Stacey looks very professional today. Like he really looks like he's a newscaster.
I'm trying to put I'm trying to put everything in the chat right quick. Go ahead.
He looks like the weatherman. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What kind of career did you have before you decided to move? Just a little synopsis.
Okay. All right. So I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. I have 10 brothers and sisters. I'm the second to the youngest, and I'm the youngest girl. I have a daughter. I was married. I have a daughter. She's 27 now. And in 2018, I retired from the Los Angeles Police Department as a former police officer, because a lot of people find it hard to believe that I was actually a real police officer. But in 2018, I retired and I moved to Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. And 2021? What year is this? 20. So in 2021, I relocated to Johannesburg, South Africa.
Okay. And did you were you working under the regime of Kamala Harris?
No. I was gone. She was a district attorney, I believe, at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe she was with the district attorney's office, I believe. But yeah, I spent nearly almost 29 years with the Los Angeles Police Department, and I had a very successful career, meaning I made it to retirement. And so I get to enjoy the next chapter of my life, enjoying my new life here in South Africa.
Excellent. Awesome. That's the kind of story that we're trying to have.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. For me?
Yeah.
Okay. What made you decide South Africa over everywhere else in the world?
Of everywhere. So let's see. In the late 90s, early 2000s, I was actually planning to move to West Africa, me and some friends, because we had a lot of African friends from the continent. We worked with them, just had a lot of African friends. And so the plan was that when we retired, we were going to move to West Africa. And then in 2008, I saw a documentary called Blacks Without Borders, Living the American Dream. And it just changed my mind about relocating to West Africa to now South Africa. And the reason why is because just everything that I was hearing, and then just how much we have in common with South Africans. Our histories are very similar. Our experiences are very similar. We're very similar. They get a lot of our programming, so they know us very well. And so being here, of course, once I got here, it just felt so much like home. Not saying that the other countries, wouldn't have that same feeling, and I haven't visited any of the other countries either, but just being here, it just feels like home. And not necessarily from a US perspective, but just at being at peace and being welcomed by loved ones and family, it just feels like home. So it's South Africa for me.
Okay, good answer. But one thing that you forgot to do? What does Asha mean? What does Asha mean?
Asha means love.
You forgot that one.
And it's so interesting because in 2000, I did a legal name change. So I legally changed my name to Asha Ma'at Hotep. And so during that time, I was always having to explain to people what Asha means. Asha means life. Asha means life. Hotep means peace. But so I was always explaining to people what my name meant. And so it just felt right to name my channel, after my name. Asha means life. And it is because it represents what we want it to. We make it what we want it to be. We're in control of our journeys and our destinations to a degree. And so it's what you make it. Life is what you make it. And so I choose to see the positive and make it as pleasant as I possibly can for me and the people that I have the chance to experience it with.
Everybody in the chats love you. I know they called you when I posted we was going to interview you. They was like, they called you the ambassador.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Ooh, that's heavy.
Yeah,
but South Africans are Africans period. But since I'm here in South Africa, I mean, just the love. Like I've received nothing but love from South Africans, and it just feels so good. It reminds me of when I was growing up in the 70s. I was born in 68, but was growing up in the 70s, and we had more of our family units intact, and we had more, family involved with our lives and upbringing, cousins, so we had just more of that family feel, and it feels like that here. It reminds me of those times, and it just feels good to me. And so I love South Africans. Everything, I'm learning the cultures. There's still so much to learn, but I'm willing to. It's baby steps, but I'm definitely willing to learn as much as I can while I'm here.
Nice. Yeah, this interview was real important to me because you're the actually first person I seen interview with Mark and Tasha.
Oh, really?
And then after that, I followed your journey, and we kept watching Mark and Tasha interviews, and we kept seeing you more and more and more. Then you created your page, and I was like, "This is a good person to follow."
Like I said, I knew I wanted to retire and move to South Africa, but I didn't know anyone here at the time. I didn't know how I would do it. I just knew I wanted to come. I wanted to get here. And so I was watching anything and everything at the time, and their channel popped up. And I'm like, I started checking them out and saw what they were about. And I said, you know what? I'm going with them. And so my first time around, I came on the 90-day tourist visa, and I stayed for 3 months because I wanted to get a feel for what the day-to-day life would be living here, in South Africa. Would I feel as comfortable as I thought I would? And so it gave me the opportunity to really, get a good feel for what life would be like. And I really enjoyed it. And from that point on, I'm like, I'm sold. Sign me up. Let's go. So I love them. I absolutely love them.
Okay.
Awesome. So how long did it take for you to adjust to South Africa, and what were your points of struggle as you were going through that adjustment period?
I'm such a flowy kind of person. Like I go with the flow. I don't have a hard time with making adjustments really. And so because it's so similar to life in the US, it really wasn't a difficult adjustment. As far as going through the process for the retirement visa, like everything just seemed to fall into place and just seemed to flow easily. And because I didn't put the pressure on myself of like, okay, even though I wanted to go, I didn't put that pressure on me. And I just allowed the time to take, so that we could go through the process of getting the visa and then just taking my time, even coming here. Fortunately for me, I have a wonderful sister friend who, when I got here, I was able to stay with her for a month and a half. And she helped me, when it came time to open my bank account and just helping me get around so that I can, get things done. And I was able to rent my apartment here, but just, people were very helpful. And so the process was very, very smooth. But because I came during festive season in November, so services were a little bit slower at that time, you know, in terms of you can order your furniture, but in terms of delivery, that was a little bit slower. So that was, you know, that was even though it was a headache, but still it wasn't anything that I would consider major or difficult to adjust to. It was just a little frustrating, but once the dust settled, it really, really, really just feels like, I mean, I'm just carrying on the same way of life that I had in the US, just the day-to-day stuff, do my laundry, go to the grocery store, hang out a little bit. So it's just, it's the same. The adjustment is very much the same. You know, I'm driving on the opposite side of the road and the opposite side of the car. So that was, it took me a few hours, you know, of driving just to get really, really comfortable. And so now you know, people would think I've been driving here all of my life, because it's so easy. It was just an easy adjustment.
Wow. I'm nervous about that. And I drive trucks here, so I know how to drive.
Yeah. It'll feel just like driving in the US. Whatever your level of comfort is driving in the US, you'll have that same level of comfort here. It's just that everything is opposite, but you know, you'll adjust.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm not driving.
Yes, you will. You'll drive. Yeah, you will. Now, but you drive there, right?
Right here.
Asha, she can barely drive.
You drive there, right?
She can barely drive here.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We won't talk about that then.
No, we're not going to talk about it because I can drive just fine.
But yeah, you'll drive. You'll drive.
And I'll never hear the end of it. It's a few little small incidents.
And nothing was small about that. But what's your favorite restaurant there and why?
Ooh.
I know it's a lot to choose from.
Huh?
I know it's a lot to choose from.
It is. And I don't think I have a favorite restaurant. I like to eat. And I like to eat. So if anytime anything's involved in some food, I'm like, yep, I'll be there. I don't really have a favorite. I mean, of course, I love the Grand Cafe, the Potato Shed, Paul's, Korean, like all of them, really, all of them.
But didn't when you first moved there, you wasn't eating meat?
Right. So for years, like I stopped eating red meat years ago, pork, all of that years ago. But since being here, you know, and people want you to try stuff, you know, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and try it. But slowly, like the lamb chops. I don't even know what to say. But yes, I've eaten more red meat since being here than I have in, I don't know, over 20 years. Like it's just, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. I don't regret it. And the thing is, even though I've been eating, but I still pretty much eat, you know, seafood, poultry, vegetables, fruits, things like that. That's my main staple. But even though I've been eating the same way and including the red meat, I've managed to lose weight, not on purpose, but the weight just kind of have kind of fallen off. Everybody's noticing that I've lost weight. I'm like, do I need to go see a doctor, make sure I'm okay? But but everyone's noticing that I've been losing weight. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm eating, and the food's delicious. It's healthy. It's clean, and I just think it's because of the food. You know, the healthy food that's here. So I'm enjoying it. No regrets.
Okay. You want to get into the chats a little bit, see what they got going on?
Yeah, we had a couple of questions in the chats. Lino B wants to know, do you drive a manual or automatic transmission?
I drive a automatic. My very first car was a 88 Nissan Sentra, and it was a manual. And at that time, I was sitting in traffic for hours at a time. And at that time, I was like, I will never in my life drive another stick ever again, ever. So yeah, it's an automatic.
Yeah. I think most Americans gonna go for automatic anyway.
Yeah, I think because here most of the cars are
Manuals.
and it's
All
just
the
like
Uber
it's an
drivers.
automatic thing. Manual. It's like no. I need an automatic.
I think when we was there, every time we got an Uber, nobody had an automatic. Everything
Yeah,
was all
it's
manual.
rare. It's rare. Yeah, you would think even some of these big trucks that you would just assume that are automatics, they're actually manual. And it's just that was a little adjustment. Like, oh, that's interesting. All these, cars are
Uh-huh.
manual.
Even the
Interesting.
rentals, I heard, were manuals.
Yeah, you have to ask. You have to when you book it, you have to ask for an automatic, and it's going to cost a little bit more, but it's worth it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely,
it'd be worth it, definitely.
I
it's
definitely
worth it.
don't. I don't want to drive a man because I mean, like you said, everything's on the opposite side. So now I got to change gears with my left hand.
Right, with the
You know,
opposite hand, it just seemed like it would be awkward.
right. I can't brush my teeth with my left hand, let alone change gears. You know what I mean?
But you'll get used to it. You'll adjust very well.
Yeah, you'll be fine driving. It's just me we gotta worry about. So how did you decide what area you were going to live in?
When I first came, I stayed in Rosebank, which I love
Everybody
Rosebank.
stays in Rosebank.
Yeah, and actually that's where I met Doc Assad and Adrian. I met
Yeah.
them in Rosebank.
Yeah, we did too in Rosebank.
Oh, cool. So yeah, and then because I was there for 3 months, I got a chance to kind of venture out and go to different areas and whatnot. And one of those areas, of course, was the Mall of Africa. And I was just loving the area around the Mall of Africa here in Midrand, which is called Waterfall. And so I had my eye on Waterfall. I had my eye on um, Rosebank, Four Ways as well. But when I went on Property 24 to look for rentals, I was really liking what I saw in this area here of Midrand in the Waterfall area. So my apartment building came up and they had an opening. I'm like, let's go check it out. Because I said that I wanted to rent for a year before I actually buy, because I wanted to just, take my time to make sure of the area that I'm choosing, because if I'm going to buy, that's long term. So I want to make sure I'm making the right choice for me. So I just wanted to take my time and look, not feel rushed, not feel pressured, and just enjoy being here, So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Somebody asked in the chats, when are you going to buy your own house? So you just answered that question. You said you were going to rent for about a year.
Yeah, I'm hoping to buy something by the end of this year or early next year. So that's the hope, the dreams, and the plans.
Have you thought about what area you wanted to buy in?
I love Waterfall, Midrand. I love Centurion, Rose, all of them, Four Ways. Like I'm open to all of those areas. So really it's going to come down to what I actually find in my price range and what I'm comfortable with. So there's a lot to choose from here. And that's part of the problem, because I love real estate. I'm not a realtor. I say that in the past, I'm not a realtor, but I love real estate. So I love looking at homes. I like floor plans. I just like to look. And here it's a little frustrating because you have to contact each individual agent for the homes. So if there's multiple homes and different agents, you have to contact each one of them separately. You can't just find your own agent and have them show you around. So that's the frustrating part, because I want to see all these houses. I need to get up in there so I can see what they look like.
Right.
But even with that, still, it's the homes are beautiful here. There's just everything from condos, townhomes, apartments, just everything. Different price ranges. Very nice, very nice.
So you choosing a golf estate, or what kind of?
I would love to be on a golf estate. Like that's my dream. When I went up in those golf estates, I'm like, I need to be up in this.
Can you
Like
please
I
talk to
don't
me?
golf. Like, I don't golf, but I want a golf cart. If I move on a golf estate, I'm getting a golf cart. I don't golf, but that's okay. I'm getting a golf cart
Yes,
anyway.
I'm
So
trying to tell her the same thing. She talking about just getting security. I'm like, no, let's get on the golf estate.
Golf Estate all the way. Like, and
I
even
don't know
because
if
a
I
lot
just
of the
I don't
new
know if I want
builds,
to pay for those amenities.
a
Yeah,
lot
so
of the new builds have whether it's an apartment, whether it's a estate, a lot of them have the lifestyle centers, the restaurant, the
mhm.
clubhouse, the spas. A lot of them have those amenities already on them. So whether you go with a condo or whether you go with a larger estate, you're going to have those amenities, and it's just a lifestyle. There's equestrian estates, there's wildlife estates, there's golf estates. There's different types of estates to choose from, but I see myself on an estate because why not?
Right. That's the way I
Listen,
feel.
I've worked nearly 28 years. I've survived riots, uprisings, civil unrest, earthquakes, fires, all types of, criminals from different levels. Like I've survived all of these things. I deserve to have, enjoy this part of my life now. So I
That's
deserve
right.
it.
That's right. Reg, you listening to this? Golf state is the way to go.
Look,
Assad is in the chats.
he's just
Assad,
ignoring
Hey,
me.
I'm
Not even
sorry,
gonna let
hold
me
on.
talk.
I'm sorry. Assad is in the chats. Assad, are you in a golf state or what did you get? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I would rather have more house because I don't know.
It's just
I
two of
feel,
us.
yeah, but I'm just saying, I would rather have a nicer home, more backyard, and all that kind of stuff without the extra stuff. Because, like,
without
I,
so without the clubhouse or like without the associate,
yeah, I
like,
don't need the clubhouse and the
and that's, yeah,
restaurant
and
and
you
all
can
that
have
kind of
that.
stuff.
You can have all of that and still be secure and safe, in the communities that are not on golf estates. Like you can definitely
See,
have that.
But I mean, I
see,
know that. I know all of that. But
It's just a different type of lifestyle experience. Like you're still going to enjoy your life, and you're still going to, because there's everything everywhere. You have access to restaurants, you have access to all kinds of amazing things. You don't necessarily have to be on the golf estate, but it just feels good. It just adds a little extra oomph. But
you see what Assad said? A
what do you
state
say?
golf. He said, secure the state, no golf. We ain't got no money.
They're in a beautiful area. They're in a beautiful area. A lot of expats are over in the area that they're in also. So, the popular areas, Four Ways, Centurion, Waterfall, Rose, what is it? Rosebank, just and some other areas, because even Assad mentions a few other areas that I haven't been to, but just very nice areas, very nice areas.
Well, the wife is going to school, so
Mhm.
hopefully she gets approved to steam school. Gibbs.
that
Where is
gives
it located?
Pretoria.
Oh, so you all might want to, so
We
you all may consider moving to the Pretoria area because your school is going to be
not all the way in Pretoria. Maybe like Midrand, somewhere, Waterfall.
Centurion, yeah,
Yeah,
Centurion,
but not
Midrand.
directly to completely
Because, but
way out
Pretoria
there.
is nice also. Pretoria is
Mhm.
nice. Lots
It's
of
just
trees.
expensive.
And it's far.
It's
No,
just
it's not
expensive.
expensive,
It's
huh?
not far. It's just expensive.
It's more far than expensive.
No, no, it's affordable. It's the same. It's going to be the same price ranges. No matter where you go, you can have your very affordable, or you can have, you know, high. But it just depends on your price range. But it's going to be the same price range as you would get in Midrand, Four Ways, Centurion. It's going to be the same. And you got the Midland Mall over there too.
Yeah. We've been to all of that and we loved all of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We was there twice already. We went
yeah.
twice in 1 year, so we had to like it. We had to love it.
To Pretoria.
SA. We went to SA twice in 1 year.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
if
went.
if you can do it, hey, why
Yeah,
not?
we went. The first trip was in May, and then turned around and went again in December.
Of last year,
Yeah. Yes.
was I here that time?
Yes.
Okay, I came in November of last year. I came in November of last year, and then the very first time I came December through February, December of 2020, and February of 2021. So I wasn't here when you guys came in May, but then
in December.
yeah, yeah.
Because the first time we came for like 24 days, maybe.
Hmm.
And then the second trip.
Now what made you guys decide on South Africa?
Hey, we're interviewing you.
Oh, stick to the script. Stick to the script.
Go ahead, tell us. We want to know.
No, I mean, I think we've told this story a couple times on our channel, but we never had any intentions on moving out of Houston in any, in the near future at all. And then the year Ghana was doing the year of their return, I think that was in 2020. I want to say
2019.
And when I saw that whole rollout, I was just like, yo, they want us back? They want us to come back? And that's when we started doing research, like maybe that lie that we've been fed, and I can't even really identify where it came from, that feeling that we were unwanted in Africa. And I can't, anybody will tell you, like, I had that feeling, I had that perception, I had that thought, but nobody can really identify where it came from. And that whole rollout just made me realize, like, maybe it's not true. And then that's when we started doing research, planned our first trip to South Africa. We already like had it in our minds, like, we're moving.
Why didn't you go to Ghana?
Well, we did some research, and because our plan was for me to continue working remotely, or Stacy to continue working remotely, we were worried about utilities. There's more blackouts in Ghana. The infrastructure in some suburban areas isn't the best. So it was more about infrastructure. The reason why we chose South Africa.
Okay.
It just seemed like it was more modern, and just like you mentioned, like you can walk right into life there, and it's essentially what we have here.
Exactly.
Honestly, the technology is actually better than a lot of the restaurants and grocery stores in the States.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. And when you mentioned the year of return, that's what actually reminded me because I put my Africa plan on the back burner. And so when I saw Ghana's year of return, I was like, it reminded me of my plan of, hey, you said you wanted to move you don't have to wait until you're 65. You can do it now. You're retired. So it's like, why not? So that's what the year of return sparked made me remember my Africa plan and pull it off the back burner and put it in motion. So that definitely, yeah. And then the thing happened, and everybody was locked down.
Yeah. So when that happened, you had relocated?
I was in Atlanta. I was in Georgia at the time.
Oh, see, I was never locked down in Georgia.
Well, what's interesting? Because I was retired and I really wasn't going out and about anyway. And it's so funny because people would always ask me, family members and friends, what do you do all day? What do you do with your time? Like, this is before everything happened. What do you do? I'm like, I do the same thing y'all do. What do you mean? So when that thing happened, everybody got locked down. I'm like, I bet you nobody asked me what I do every day, because everybody's doing the same thing. So there's no reason to ask me, what am I doing? I'm doing the same thing you're doing.
Right.
But I started my channel because I wanted to show people who are retired that you don't have to just sit at home or sit and rock your life away in a rocking chair. And, if you want to, you can, but there's life after retirement. And I just wanted to document and share my journey, my experience, of what life is like in retirement. And then especially moving here to South Africa, I wanted to show folks what their options could be. And just even if it's a vacation, just to come for a visit, or if you're considering relocating, and this is an option. So I just wanted to show how beautiful South Africa is, how amazing the people are, and just the lifestyle that you could have if you choose to move here. You know, it's still, make it yours, make it, you know, again, life is what you make it. So, you know, make it yours. But I just wanted to show the options.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So, do you be in the streets a lot? Like,
No, you know,
out and going?
I'm in the streets. No, I'm a homebody. I'm a
Okay.
social introvert. I like people.
Well,
I like being social.
stop laughing so
But
much.
but you know, I think people do think I'll be out in these streets, you know, because I'm like, hey, I'm retired and she's single and she's I'm, you know, I'm swinging from lampshades and stuff. Like, no,
No, not the lampshade, not the lampshades.
jumping off doorknobs. No, none of.
But the reason why I asked that is because I want you to, you know, these young kids here in the States are like different than, you know, when we grew up. You know what I mean? So I want you to compare the 25-year-olds that you dealt with in the States, 25, 30-year-olds that you dealt with in the States, compared to the ones there.
I don't know. 25,
I was
30
so
is like older, like maybe like 20 to 25.
Okay, 20 to 25.
well. I was just so blown away and impressed by the young people here, like the maturity, the intelligence, like these. I was like, I need to show. I wish I could show the young people in the U.S. y'all, the South Africans, because they are so on it and so squared away, and so I'm just so impressed with them. You know, I know that things aren't perfect here. Things aren't perfect anywhere, you know, so, but still the level of respect that they have, you know, because culture is still intact. And so the cultural rules, the cultural expectations, the family units, all of these things are still intact. And so there's still that level of respect. They get their hustle on, they get their party on, but they're still very respectful. In the U.S., not so much, you know, not so much. We do still have a portion of our young people who were raised with morals and values, and they still have a level of respect, especially the ones in the South, more so than, because I come from LA. And so, you know, people are literally afraid of, you know, young folks, because you don't know what could happen. You know, you go to correct someone out of love and may end up losing your life. But you know, it's just such, you know, we're so detached, and, you know, we know why, you know, we all live in that system, you know, that we just, you know, we're so heavily impacted by the system that we live in over there. And here, they have their own system, but they haven't been tainted to that degree that we have been in the US. We have similar histories, but they still have their family units intact for the most part. Their cultural identities are intact, languages, all of these things are still intact. And so that is the bonus or the benefit, the plus that I see that benefits them that we don't have in the US, which is unfortunate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I agree.
But I'm so impressed with them. I love them. I love them. My daughter, I'm so excited. My daughter's coming. Now, yeah, daughter's good. She's coming on the 27th, actually the 31st. She's coming on the 31st.
How old is she?
So she's 27.
Oh,
So
young.
I'm really looking forward to her coming and just, you know, meeting South Africans and experiencing the culture, people, food, just everything. I'm so excited and so happy for her, for me and for her. I'm happy. So
Nice.
she's
Nice.
my first visit. Yay!
You know what? That was
That was
my
one
next.
of my questions.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was gonna be one of my questions. Like, how does your family feel about you moving? And have you had any visitors yet? So like, you answered the second half of the question.
So my heart is going to be my first visit. I'm like, yay! So, but you know what? My family and my friends, we are all very similar in thought anyway. So I never had an issue with my friends because they're coming as well. And my family, they know me. They know that I do me. And so, and again, like I said, I changed my name in 2000. So this is not something that's that they didn't expect. I don't think they really thought that I would actually do it, but they're not surprised that I actually have done it. And they're actually happy for me. They're excited. They were nervous in the beginning because it's the unknown, and so now that I'm here and I've been here for a while and I've shared my videos and my experiences, so now they're even more excited and happy for me and looking forward to coming to visit also. I don't know when they're coming, but they say they're coming.
Yeah. Same thing with my family.
Yeah, everybody says that. I'm like, we're gonna have to get like one of those schedulers that have people schedule their time visiting us.
That's it.
They're either gonna come or they're not. Like,
yeah, my family's not even concerned about me, because they already know. Just like you, they already know I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyway.
Right.
Her family was a little bit different. Well, not
right.
A lot.
Your dad, right? Your dad.
Nah, more than that.
Having a hard time.
Too.
Yeah, my mom and my dad. My dad, he pretends like he's all big and bad, but he's worried. He's worried. He doesn't want me to move. I think my mom too, but she understands that I move to the beat of my own drum. So
I think a lot of us, I think we all tend to have that in common as well. Those of us that are, relocating, and I feel like we have a lot of similarities in the way we think and the things that we want to do, and like we share a lot of things in common when it comes to. And there's no fear, especially when you plan properly. Plan properly, get your ducks in a row, cross your T's, dot your I's, and your transition will be very smooth. It's not going to be perfect, but it will be smooth. And then you just adjust or deal with issues as they come up, which shouldn't be much or shouldn't be difficult as long as you plan properly. Always have a plan, A, B, C through Z, like always have a plan. An alternative plan, because things can change, and you just got to be able and ready to roll with the punches.
I know it seemed like your transition was really easy though, because it only took you 4 weeks to get your visa.
It's so funny because I keep saying how easy it was, and I think some people may think that I'm just exaggerating. I don't know, because it literally was very smooth. So for me, I don't know if it was because of the time period that I started everything, but from the time I came back from my 90-day visit, and then I got my paperwork in order, like in March, my appointment was in DC was May 3rd, which was a Monday, and then gave them all my paperwork. I got my visa back like before the end of May.
Wow.
Now my plan wasn't, I wasn't going to leave until November. So even though I got my visa back in May, I still wasn't leaving until November. So again, that pressure and that stress wasn't on me so I wasn't stressing about, I got to get my visa. Like I didn't have that pressure, that stress. So it just made everything smooth and easy. I just went with the flow, gave my family time to hug and kiss and all that kind of stuff. And, say our see you laters, not goodbyes. But everything was very, very smooth, just everything. Now, nothing's 100% perfect, but I can say that I didn't have any problems. I didn't have any issues with it.
Nice.
Well, I hope we're blessed.
I hope we're blessed too.
Same way.
I hope you guys are too. Like I'm so happy for you guys. I'm happy for Assad and Adria, just everyone, James, Patrice, like everyone. Like I'm so happy that you all are coming, that we all are coming, and that we get to make new friends and family in with South Africans, and just blend here and live life here, and get to know folks and just enjoy life. Like I'm just so happy for all of us. I really am.
Yes.
And I'm just happy.
Yes, I agree. Just because the next chapter is going to be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a couple of questions in the chat. Sibo wants to know, do you enjoy the South African flea markets?
Like I really enjoy the social, just the family atmosphere, the friendly atmosphere. I really do. I don't get to go to a lot. Um, but I have gone to a few because I don't want to be tempted to spend money. That's part of the reason because I'm saving for my house. I'm trying to do my house first, and so I don't want to be tempted to buy stuff. And so I try to just go and look and just be a looky-loo, window shop, and that kind of thing. But I love all the festivals, the markets. I love it. I really do. There's always something to do.
Yeah.
You can do something if you want to, or you can do nothing, and just chill. But the option is there, and I love it.
Did you ship your stuff over?
Nope, I did not. So I,
That's
I did not. I didn't want any. I don't need anything. Plus, I still have my home in Georgia. I'm still a U.S. citizen because people think that since I live here, I'm no longer a citizen in the U.S. But no, I'm still a citizen in the U.S. I still pay my taxes. I still have my home in Georgia because that's where my daughter lives. And if I sold it, she'd be homeless. So I was told I can't sell it. I was like, I don't care about you being homeless. But the family frowned on that, so I had to keep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't need to ship anything over anyway, and plus I wanted to buy here locally anyway, and just take advantage of what we have here because everything's here. Everything's here.
All right, I'll make a deal with you. We'll sell everything here. And we can live on a golf estate.
no deal.
You know what I did? So when I left LA, that's when I really I contacted family members who I knew needed certain pieces of furniture, and I'm like, hey, you want this piece? You want so first come first serve. I did like an open house type of thing, and I let them come and pick and choose things that they needed, and then once that was all picked over, then I donated the rest to Goodwill, and so that's how I made that transition from LA to Georgia. And then once I got to Georgia, I refurnished, remodeled the house anyway, upgraded and some things. And so I didn't have a need to bring anything with me. I just wanted to keep my load light. I'm always spring cleaning, keeping it light, just keeping it light. So just to make moving around easier. So make it easier and light on the pocketbook. I sold the car.
Yeah. I'm saying like we could sell all the stuff that we
Sold
have,
everything.
and like we've got some good stuff that we were gonna bring with us, but we could make out with some money instead of paying to ship it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down. We got to negotiate though.
No, we don't.
We gotta
Especially
We'll
if it's the
negotiate.
same type of furniture that you could get here, but if it's like pieces that you can't get here, then I can understand you wanting to ship some things over. But if you can get the same stuff here,
Yeah, it's
make
not.
some.
It's not furniture though. Nothing that
Okay.
we shipping is furniture.
It like we were shipping the dining room table. That was like the first nice thing we ever bought, was this
Oh.
solid wood like dining room table, and it stretches so you can fit like 15 people at the table.
Ooh.
That's the only piece of furniture that we're shipping. But
Oh.
Sticky doesn't want to leave his grills.
Grills.
That's my love. That's my love.
Well, you
One of them.
know they got grills here, right?
Oh,
You do know this, right?
yeah, I know.
And you can build your own, your outdoor kitchen and build your own grills area. You can have several grills, a
That's it,
gas
but you know what?
grill.
No, not gas. I don't deal with gas grill. But speaking of that,
Yeah.
smoked meat or braai.
I like smoke.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I can't leave my grills.
But you can get a what is it? What's the other one?
A smoker.
Yeah, smoker, but there's the wood, the charcoal with wood. I'm not a griller, so I don't know anything about. But I know you get gas and the wood, right?
Right.
So they have those here. You know that, right?
They're not
I
up
was
to
actually
these
looking at. I was
standards.
looking at some. I was at It was what it was a store like a Home Depot.
Macro.
It wasn't Macro. It was Builders Warehouse. I think Builders Warehouse. So Macro and Builders Warehouse. Yeah. So and then Chambers. There's a Chambers and Builders Warehouse are like Home Depot and Lowe's. And I was checking out some grills. They got some very nice grills over here. Now I didn't really pay attention to see if they were gas or charcoal or wood chip or whatever. I didn't necessarily pay attention to that aspect of it, but they had several items to choose from, different sizes. Yeah.
Really?
Look, the last time we visited, we had a list because we were sourcing things like we like to cook and Stacy likes to grill. And one of the things that we were thinking about doing is like a restaurant, food truck.
Yeah.
We were trying to like source ingredients and equipment while we were there to make sure that we had access to all the stuff that we needed. And we spent time looking for grills, looking at grills, researching grills, and none of them were up to Mr. Morrison's standards.
Up to his standards, huh? Okay.
None
Well,
of them
well,
were
if that's the case, now, but did you go to the Builders Warehouse and did you go to?
No.
Okay, so you got to check those two places out because those are more like like I said, the Home Depot and the Lowe's.
Here he won't buy his grills from Home Depot or Lowe's.
Oh.
He won't buy them there because he says they're cheap and they don't work good or something like that.
I mean, the thing is this, the better.
So you're a grill snob, huh? Is that what it is?
Yes. The better quality of the steel is gonna hold the temperature better in there. Like if like this, right? You agree? You understand?
I understand I understand what you're saying.
You understand the theory. You understand the theory.
I understand.
That's what it is.
But I used to watch what is that brand? I used to watch QVC like that was, and so they would have I can't think of the name of that particular grill, but it's like a really nice master chef type of grill.
Oh no, the egg, that green one.
No, it's a like a brand. It's a brand, like I can't think of the name of the actual brand. I don't know why Chambers keep coming in my head, but it's not Chambers. It's some kind of, it's a really good grill. Name some grills.
Joe?
No.
I don't know. I get mine made. I get mine made.
Okay, well then you can make yours here. You can get a drum. You can get a drum. Those oil drums like they make.
Those are flimsy. That's what I don't want.
Okay, that's what you don't want.
I had the ones you pull on back of your vehicle. I do all
of those big ones.
Yes.
Oh, you serious? Okay,
I'm
those big
serious
ones.
with this.
He had this custom grill that had the handles were axes. They looked like they were like into the grill, like you know what I mean? But like the handles of the axes were the handles to open and close the grill.
Since you are that serious about your grill, I can understand why you want to ship it.
Yes.
I understand, but just understand you're gonna pay some money.
Oh yeah, I mean,
is it worth it?
My grill was this big.
Exactly.
I could have put I could have put maybe like a 200 pound pig in there. That's how big it was. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm serious with it.
Look, let's not make this whole rest of this episode about
grill master
Stacy's inability to get rid of his grills and buy new ones.
His attachment issues.
Yeah. Was it Weber?
Yes, Weber.
Those are cheap.
What do I know?
Yeah, I said up with that one. Was it Weber? Yeah, those are cheap.
See, I thought they were really good grill. Okay.
Okay.
Not according to him. Not according
Okay.
to him. So do you want to
No, the burning thing, the burning questions are all you.
I know, but do you want to do the burning questions?
No, they
now?
all you. Yeah. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay.
I'm ready for the
So it's time
question.
for burning questions.
Okay.
Then we're gonna wrap it up. Okay.
Hmm.
If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Ooh. Mm. I would wish I would wish that we truly lived in a world of equality and freedom and peace and love, like truly, truly, truly. And everybody, it was an equal level playing field, and that we could all flourish and thrive and interact with each other, the way that we were intended to, and, or the way that we envision, humanity to be. So I don't know that's all three.
What's up?
Yeah, that's
That's
a
all.
big ask.
That's a big ass.
That would definitely take up 3 wishes.
Gee whiz.
Wow.
It should be that way, but and we can't even blame it on nobody else except ourselves too at some point. Because some people tend to like, the white man this, the white man that.
Yeah.
We can't keep doing that.
Right. We know, like, we can't allow these things to hold us back. We know what the cause is, what the root is, but we can't dwell on that. We have to move forward. We have to allow that to propel us to move forward and continue to be great.
Right.
We can't wallow in it.
Right.
Which one? What was the other question that you thought? I got a bunch of them.
That's a cool one.
So if you had to go to a deserted island all by yourself, what would you take with you? You get one tool.
A tool?
It doesn't have to be like a hammer, but you get one item that you can take with you.
Oh. That's a good one. I'm stumped on that one.
Wants to come back to that one?
Yeah, we have to come back to that one.
All right. No.
Go ahead.
I don't like that one. What's your biggest irrational fear?
Oh, this is gonna be good here.
Okay, so my biggest irrational fear. See.
Damn, we stumped you with 2 in a row.
But no, it's not that. I'm not stumped on that one. Well, I'm gonna say it's irrational.
So it seemed like you just know how to put it in the correct words.
See, I'm allergic to being broke.
I know that's right.
I'm allergic to debt. I'm allergic to poverty. I'm allergic to these things. I've experienced these things in childhood. So I'm going to say irrational because I don't want to return to that. I don't want anything to happen that would cause me to return to that. So I look at it as irrational.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's irrational. I mean, I didn't grow up with a whole lot either, and I definitely understand that because, like, I don't like wasting food. Like, I'm always constantly monitoring the bank account. I'm always like thinking about like, oh, I spent too much money last month. We need to like recoup it and add some more money to the savings. Like, I think it can be like a stress that it doesn't necessarily need to be. Like, we're doing fine right now, and you're doing fine right now. So like that little extra expenditure probably isn't going to make a huge difference in the long run. But I think being wary of your financial situation is really important because
absolutely
if you don't want to return to, you know, poverty or I mean, if you don't plan ahead, like it could easily be one bill or one event or something,
Right.
and it could take you down if you're not, you
Exactly.
know, planning ahead and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't say it's irrational, but you know, a little healthy balance.
Yeah, and I've always been one. I budget, I plan, I live within my budget, and I've always stressed financial planning and having you know, a healthy outlook on budgeting and finance because it's important. Like I grew up humble beginnings, and it's like I made a decision in childhood that when I become an adult, I want to make sure that I have a comfortable life and be able to afford the things that I need and some of the things that I want. And so it's always been something major for me. Like I have to have stability, security, and benefits. And so my decisions are always going to be based on, is it stable, is it secure, is it financially, you know, sound, you know. So those are the things that drive me in the decisions that I've made in the past up to this point, because I'm allergic to those other things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about that?
Talk about what?
With that, I want to know what that guy meant by that.
What? Built-in grill?
No. I want to know what he meant. CU time 67. Can you explain, please? Let's go on down.
Now we're about positivity. So
No, it's more.
no, it's not.
She ain't answered remember, she ain't answered the second one, remember?
Oh, the island thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say a lantern with matches. I don't know, flashlight, some kind of light, some kind of light.
So how you can protect yourself?
You asked me the question. That was my answer. When it's your turn, you answer the way you want to answer. You didn't say it was wild animals on the island.
No, you don't have much details. You don't have much information. Like you just on a deserted island.
I just
like,
need to be able to see where I'm going at night.
Okay, Tom Hanks. You want a volleyball?
I just need to see where I'm going at night. That's all. I need to see what the bathroom is.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Yeah. You have anything that you want to add? Anything you want to tell the people?
You know, I just want to thank you guys again for inviting me to the cookout. I appreciate it.
You heard that. You can get back to doing that.
Yeah. Thank you. And I look forward to you guys. You're coming and just spending time getting to know you in person and just welcoming you.
Yes,
So
because we have some mutual friends. Besides Mark and Tasha. Well, yeah, besides Mark and Tasha and Asad. You know,
besides those folks.
Yes, we know Pusha and that whole crew.
AKA Pusha Key.
Yes. We know that whole
You
team.
know what? You know what's interesting? Because you know, there's so many different personalities. I'm the mellow type. And I know she's more of the outgoing, like she's a very fun person. And so everybody, you know, finds their tribes, you know, and their mix and, you know, people that they really gravitate to based on personalities and things like that. And I just, you know, there's so many different personalities here. There's someone for everyone. And I just love the fact that we're all here and we're all allies. Mm-hmm. We're not seeing each other as competition or anything like that. It's all in the name of love and allies. And I love the energy that we're generating. You know, it's welcoming to others as well. And, you know, they see it. And so, and it helps them feel more comfortable about coming here and meeting all of us as well. So, you know, I love it.
Absolutely. I agree. Everybody wants everybody to win.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, handle your business.
Well,
don't you hang up. We got some more questions for you off air.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate your presence, the information you provided. Everybody really in the chats really enjoyed having you on. So thank you so much. And thank you for everybody. Make sure you subscribe, share the link. So glad you joined. We had like almost 100 people in the live chat. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.